Hey guys, what's up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review. With today, we're taking a look at this vampire Batman figure. So this figure is pretty cool. It's based on a comic series where Batman gets bitten by a vampire and then slowly becomes a vampire. Yeah, it's one of my favourite comics that I've read. I think it's really awesome. As a massive fan of horror and superheroes, it does really well to combine both. And by the end of the comic, I was like, I really need a figure of Vampire Batman. On my first search, I really didn't find anything, and when the odd couple of figures did pop up, he was so expensive, way more than I was willing to pay. And then the other week, I just kind of randomly searched for him. The thought popped back into my head to look for this figure, and there he was. He came with another Batman figure, so I got two of them for around £20. I can't even remember, but it wasn't more than the £20 price mark. I've had him out on my shelf since then, and I really wanted to make a video taking a closer look at him and briefly taking a look at the other Batman that came with him. Especially because I'm in such a Batman mood with the new film coming out. I've been reading all my Batman comics and watching all the Batman movies again. So yeah, it's a perfect time to take a closer look at Vampire Batman. But before we do, guys, let me know down in the comment section below if you have read this series that I'm talking about. I can't even remember the name off the top of my head. It's like Elseworlds Batman something. I'll try and throw a picture up here. Let me know if you've read it, and let me know what your favourite Batman comics are yourself, and if I haven't read them, I'll make sure to check them out at some point in the future. While you're down at the comment section, guys, if you could hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and let's not wait any longer. Let's take a closer look at Vampire Batman. And so here is our Vampire Batman figure as he arrived from eBay. I don't know what accessories would have been included with the original figure. I do know he had some bat wings and they slotted in up the top here, as we can see. We can see the cape is like ported in here, and I have tried to pull that out and it's not really working. I don't know if the previous owner perhaps glued this in, and I don't want to be too forceful in case I break or rip something, but we can see the holes at the top there where the bat wings would have slotted in. I'm not too bothered about the bat wings personally. I do like the look of him as he is, and yeah, let's just take a closer look at him. We get these really long bat ears, and I think this looks great on this version of Batman. I've spoken in videos before about how I don't really like the really short bat ears on the likes of The Dark Knight Returns, which I have here. They're too short for me. And I wouldn't say this is too long. As I said, I do think it fits this character really well, but they are very long. I do like the cowl, the black and the blue throughout. We can see on the forehead here, really nicely sculpted as well. And then that runs up the ears and everything. So yeah, really like the black and blue that's used. And then we get those really red eyes, and I think that looks great. It really stands out, really pops with this figure. We get the pale skin around the mouth, which of course is to be expected with Batman becoming a vampire. Really kind of white, pale skin tone. And then we get the mouth, which I think could be a wee bit better. The teeth are pretty, I don't know, I wish they were a bit more pointier. Maybe the mouth a bit darker red or something. Yeah, I just wish the teeth looked a bit more detailed and were a bit pointier. But this is nearly a 10-year-old figure, so if they were to release this now, hopefully that would be something that looks a wee bit better. Doesn't look too bad, but definitely something that I thought was worth pointing out. The rest of the cape, you get this black and blue still running throughout. You can see here, that's what the cape looks like all together. Pretty nice cape. You can see it's a lot shorter in this bit than the edges here. And then back round to the front, we get this chest logo, which I think looks really nice. Yeah, you know, a good Batman logo, I suppose. We get the hands, which are a wee bit big. I don't think it's too big or anything, but definitely some big hands there. And the wee bladed bits on the gloves look pretty good as well. They're pretty sturdy, not too flimsy or anything. And then we get the grey, kind of bluey suit. I do really like the colour of the grey. And Batman's looking really skinny here, which once again I think really suits this character. You can see his ribs and everything. And of course Batman's usually pretty muscly and pretty big, but not on this guy. I think that looks great. And this arm here, yellow utility belt looks really nice. All the same sort of pouches going round. Get the black in the pant area, and then back to this bluish grey, which I think looks really nice. And then we get some plain boots. Oh, all marked up here. I hadn't noticed that before. Is that going to come? Oh, it does come off. Who knows what that is? But yeah, I'll get rid of that later. No toe articulation, pretty basic, but it does the trick. And for a Batman comparison, here is the figure that actually came with this guy. I got both these for around £20, which is fantastic because I would have paid that alone for this guy, and then I got a Batman flung in essentially. And I do really like this one. It really reminds me of the Batman Returns suit, which is my second favourite Batman costume. Yeah, this must be what that's modelled after. Pretty screen accurate, I think, with the utility belt, the logo, and then the rest just being all black. I think this is a really cool Batman figure, and I'm glad to have it now. The head sculpt could be a wee bit better, but I'm presuming this is a pretty old figure. I'm not actually too sure when it came out. Don't know if it will say somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but it's a Mattel Batman. Mattel obviously had the DC license for a long time, and I really like him, and he looks pretty good next to Vampire Batman here. I think you would want a more traditional grey and black to kind of show a Batman before the vampire transformation, and of course there are plenty of Mattel grey and black Batmans out there. Talking of grey and black Batmans, here is the newest McFarlane Dark Knight Returns figure that we took a look at on the channel, and I really wanted to show this guy off to show that the newer McFarlane DC figures just don't scale well with the previous Mattel DC figures. He's a lot bigger. I did think he'd be a wee bit taller, but you can tell the scale is just a bit different. And then we have our Vampire Batman next to this DC Icons Joker figure. And I think these guys look really nice next to one another. Yeah, they scale a lot better. And then for a Marvel Legends comparison, here is our Vampire Batman next to the Marvel Legends retro card Ben Reilly figure. And once again, these guys look great next to one another. And I might take some pictures of Ben Reilly fighting away Vampire Batman. So I'll try and run over all the articulation on Vampire Batman here. Can't really move the head around. Oh, well, saying that, we can get the head looking that far down. But yeah, can't really get it that far up. It will move left and right as well. We can get the arm moving about that far up. Oh, let's get it back down. It doesn't go that far into the body, and there's no butterfly joint or anything there. He does have an upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Move the wrist backwards and forwards, rotate that round. Same articulation in this arm here. Ab crunch isn't the best. It doesn't really go forward at all, but it will go backwards a wee bit. It's really struggling to focus today. Yeah, just a wee bit of movement there. Moving around at the waist. Get the leg kicking that far forward, that far backwards. Kick it out really far to the side, far and up the way. He's got this lower thigh cut, double jointed, in fact, no, sorry, single jointed knee there. And then you can move the foot backwards and forwards, and there's no pivot or toe articulation there. So, alright articulation on Vampire Batman. And there you have it for this Vampire Batman Mattel action figure, and I think it is a great piece. If you're like me and you really enjoyed the comic, this is a must-have. I mean, he looks excellent, really like Batman from the comics, and it's a bit of a unique piece as well, you know, it's a unique character, and it's just a cool figure to have. If you've not read the comic and you're not really, you know, in tune with Vampire Batman, it might be a miss for you. He's not got the best articulation, but I do think he has a really nice sculpt overall, really nice colours in this guy. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Batman fan, you might like him, but definitely give the comic a read if you haven't already, and yeah, maybe pick this figure up as well. Let me know what you guys think of him down in the comment section below. Let me know if you've read the comic, what you think, or let me know what your favourite Batman comic is in general. While you're down there, guys, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Feel free to hop on over to the channel page and check out any of my other videos over there. There's plenty of Batman content, and feel free to hop into the description where I'll leave my Instagram, and hopefully I'll post some pictures of Batman up over there. My display stand has unfortunately stopped turning, but there's a good look at Batman. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, as always, and I'll catch you on the flip-flop later. Cheers.